What it do, YouTube? Young Randall here with some tips and tricks as promised. Now, due to the lack of content, this video will be very short but straightforward and straight to the point. This is a video on how to prevent and limit big man from obtaining both offensive and defensive rebounds by holding B in the paint. Now, the first and most important tip when guarding a big man holding B in the paint is to always be behind the big man. The only exception where you should not be behind the big man holding B in the paint is if he is standing out of bounds. Then you want to be in front of him, so if he were to come back in bounds, you would still have him boxed out, but that is the only exception. The other big rule in order for you to stop these big men from holding B in the paint is to never ever hold left trigger, which is the box out command, until a shot is put up in the air, which your opponent will then let go of the B button and he will go for the rebound. But if you were to hold left trigger as the shot goes up, you will beat him to the box out. There is no questions asked, no ifs or maybes. Now, the reason why you can't wrestle for positioning with your opponent when they are holding B in the paint is because you are not able to lock onto them by holding left trigger. So like I said, never hold left trigger. It is pointless when trying to box out these cheesers. You will only hurt yourself. You will get stuck in animations such as denying entry passes, which you will box yourself out because you will be in front of the man rather than behind them where you want to be in order to box him out successfully and obtain the offensive or defensive rebounds. So like I said earlier, due to the lack of content, I decided to throw some irrelevant content for the remainder of the video. But the point of this video remains the same. In order to box out these cheesers holding B in the paint, you must first fight for positioning beforehand by not using left trigger, just holding left stick and always trying to be behind the big man, so you are able to box him out when the shot goes up, which then you would be able to use left trigger in order to box out your opponent. If you follow these tips and tricks correctly, you should be able to notice a big difference in the effectiveness of people holding B in the paint against you. You should be able to improve your rebounding. And to those who don't understand what I mean by always be behind your man, I mean you always want to be the one closer to the rim. I'm using the camera relative term, so you always want to be behind your man in that aspect, that you want to be the one closer to the rim. You never want to let him beat you, because if you do, if you lose positioning under the rim, you most likely will get out rebounded. And like I said, let go of that left trigger, and this should definitely help everybody. This your boy Young Randall signing out. Hope you enjoy the rest of this gameplay. Hope these tips and tricks work for you guys. There's going to be a lot more on the way.
Cause of